Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Reel Adventures. We're gonna be deep dropping for yellow eye snapper, queen snapper, mystic groupers. We're gonna be fishing with a great friend of mine, Jolt Zeke, owner of Dolphin Electric Reel, the #1 electric reel on the market.
Fish deeper, fish longer.
And Marty Orman, what a great guy. He actually owns the Bahama 31 that we went over to the Bahamas on. And Marty's a great guy. He spends about 90% of his life on the phone, on the computer, or watching Bloomberg on C-SPAN. We're gonna be fishing in one of my favorite spots, Bimini, in the Bimini Bay Resort in the beautiful Bahamas.
Marty, thank you very much for supplying the boat. Thank you very much for supplying the reels. And you guys get ready for another reel adventure.
If you own a center console boat, any center console boat, and you live here on the east coast of Florida, chances are you've been to Bimini or you want to go to Bimini. Bimini is just 45 miles off the east coast of Florida. From my house in Jupiter, Florida, all the way to Bimini is 81 miles. That's no big deal. You can be there in just a couple of hours. Now I want to tell you something. If you've got a boat, big boat, small boat, any size boat, and you go to Bimini, Bimini Bay Resort has what you need. They have a marina that can fit anything. 100+ foot motor yachts, big sport fishing yachts. They've got twin 50 amp plugs, 30 amp plugs, 110. Not to mention they've got big, solid concrete floating docks. And you know as well as I do with the tide going up and down, all your lines, if you've got a floating dock, it makes it so much easier to tie your boat up and get everything set. They have all the amenities of home. They've got a couple of restaurants there at Bimini Bay Resort that are top notch. Bimini Bay Resort, they have it all. This is the Bahamas, home of cobalt blue water and tons of fish. If you know me, you know that I am not the most organized human being on earth, and sometimes my mind is working faster than my body can keep up with. Many times it's working faster than my body can keep up with and other people trying to clean up around me can keep up with. And on our trip to Bimini, I had everything ready, except I forgot my leads.
What you need, sir?
I'd like a couple sea witches,
Yes,
and I
sir.
need some lead to go deep dropping,
No
and I need
problem.
some squid.
We got it.
Let's go.
Follow me to you.
Leads, trolling leads, hooks. Literally, if you had nothing, you could walk in there and pretty much outfit your boat.
What you don't see, I troll. I'm Captain B. That's me.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. If you're watching a deep dropping show on TV, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. But what I'm doing as a TV show host, what I'm doing with the show is I'm showing you different options that you have available to you. There is a serious amount of skill that goes into catching a large amount of bottom fish, especially when you get over 600, 700, 800 feet deep. You need to know how to position the boat. You need to know how much lead to use. You need to know what size hooks to use. And I'm gonna do my best through Reel Adventures to show you how to use a Dolphin Electric Reel and a bottom rig to catch more fish on the bottom. When we made that trip to Bimini, my #1 objective was putting the Dolphin Electric Reel through Camp Arrington. I wanted to give it as much work as I could.
Jury's still out, but I know I've got at least one. Tell you what, we look at a lot of product with Reel Adventures. You know, having a TV show that airs all over the country, everybody wants you to try their equipment. And Thumbdinger has created a product that I just love to death. I use it a lot when I'm sword fishing and deep dropping. It has found its home. He's a nice fish, he keeps stopping it. Now I could put more drag on, but the way I look at it, I try to finesse him, you know? You know, and if you were really motivated, you could hand crank. But I just am not that motivated. Here he is. Mystic grouper, baby. That is called a 7-band mystic grouper. Typically caught in 1,000 to 1,200 feet of water. And if he's here, his big brother lives here also. That's just a baby. Still, you know, obviously it's a keeper. You can't release them because they come from so deep. But what a beautiful fish. 7-band mystic grouper.
As a TV show host, I am showing you what I believe the best product on the market is. And so we are very careful to show you what works the best for us. And the Dolphin Electric Reel has never, ever let me down. Seriously, the Dolphin Electric Reel is a lot of fun. You can catch some of the best eating fish you have ever had the opportunity to eat, and they're a lot of fun to catch.
Nice. Beautiful.
All right, guys.
You 3. There you go.
Hey.
Nice yellow eye right there. They come in all sizes.
I think that's a great catch. I want to see more and the big ones.
Right there, he caught 3 snapper on that drop. The one on the bottom right here with a little bit of the neon blue is a silky snapper, and that's a yellow eye, and this is a yellow eye as well. All 3 of them are great to eat. You catch them out here in the deep water. They love squid, cut bonita, cut barracuda, anything. Drop down, fire it up. This right here is future dinner. It's so funny having Jolt out here. He makes the baddest electric reel on the face of the earth. We're out here catching these yellow eye snappers. He's putting them to sleep. He wants to catch something like Jaws or a 2,000-pound swordfish to see exactly what his reels are made for. I don't think these yellow eyes are really exciting him.
Oh. It's the price you got to pay to be on TV, big boy.
Yeah, I don't have hair on my chest, but I got hair in my nose.
Generally speaking, businesses that are very successful, they're very successful because they have successful systems in place. And you know what? Fishing is no different.
With Bimini Bay being so close to the US, just 45 miles away, you get so excited to go to the Bahamas. I know a lot of my friends, and I know I've been victim of this myself. You literally pack everything you got on the boat, you run over here, and the next thing you know, you're all disorganized. The best suggestion I could say to you is literally figure out what you want to do. Bring a nice deep drop reel. Middle of the day, the bite shuts off. You can always take some bonita chunks, ballyhoo chunks, squid, any type of cut bait, send it down to the bottom. Now, there's a few systems that you need to keep in place. This is a Shimano Stella on a nice stout graphite rod. Next, you always want to have a trolling rod. So what you're left with is you're left with just a select amount of rods that each have their own purpose. There are so many things you can catch with these rods. You know where they are, you know what they're used for, their systems, put them into play and watch what happens. You're gonna be more effective because you're gonna be more organized and you're gonna be ready for whatever happens. Okay, Jolt. You've had that lure out there for exactly 2 minutes now and you've got your second fish on.
When you're sport fishing, whether it be deep dropping, bottom fish, whatever, a lot of times you're fishing for a particular fish in order to use it for bait. And a lot of people discount that. They overlook it and they don't enjoy it. We were fishing for barracuda. Most people are like, it's just a barracuda. Well, you know what? That gave us a very good opportunity. Strike Pro is a great new lure company that's came on board. We've been using their lures for about a year now, and I'm telling you what, one word, success, high catch rates. These lures are incredible, and the barracudas were all over it.
Barracuda.
It's what's for bait. It worked. We had a great time catching the barracudas, and you know what else? We got some great bottom bait.
There you go. Just like that. Barracuda. We've caught 5 really, really fast. 3 of the 5 were on that Strike Pro. We are now going bottom fishing. The hunt's on, begins right now. One of the nice things about having the Sea Sucker cutting board, literally you can put it anywhere, keep it out of the way. This closes, we just open it up, I suction the cutting board right on the bottom to keep from cutting on the gel coat. I'm just gonna make us some fresh barracuda strips for our deep drop. Sea Sucker makes a whole variety of very versatile, very useful products, not just cutting boards. They make rod holders, tank rack holders, they have storage devices, you name it, cup holders. And the great thing about Sea Sucker is you never have to drill another hole in your boat. If you need it today, like let's say today we need this right here. You just put this right here. Put it on when you need it, take it off when you don't. All right, I've got my partner, Jolt. Jolt's the man behind the Dolphin Electrial. This is his first time ever coming out fishing with me. And I've got the Godzilla rig rigged up here. It's got everything from 5/0 owner circle hooks all the way up to 16/0 Mustad circle hooks. A whole assortment of different sizes of leaders and tag lengths. And the trick is, I want to find out what works. I've got the rod and the rod holder hooked up. Whenever I get to the spot that I want to fish on, I'm going to stop the boat. He's going to drop it. We're going to drop it all the way to the bottom. We've got very little current, very little tide, very little wind, just enough wind to keep you from burning up. And the number's right over here, just marking fish all over the place. Save, I want to save that too. When you're driving around and you're marking fish, you're getting good numbers, save it. And then what you can do is you can start figuring out, okay, I can make a drift here, I can make a drift here, I can make a drift here, and then you're not dropping on the exact same spot the whole time.
We all have friends that are unique, and Marty Orman, what a great guy. He loves to fish, and you know what? He had never done any deep dropping for that matter. And he caught a few fish, and sure enough, man, he's coming up. Me and him had this little, competition going on, and he caught a snapper bigger than mine. And just as he gets it to the surface, it flops off the hook, and it really wasn't gonna go anywhere. But dude, Marty was like a golden retriever of Labrador. Boom, boom, in the water after that fish.
Marty, you just moved up a notch on my book. That puts you at notch 1.
And I've got to admit, Marty, you caught a bigger yellow-eye snapper than I.
Real adventure.
I'll be the first one to tell you folks, if you don't have a Spot personal satellite tracker, you're missing the boat. It's a great way to let your friends know you're all right. It's a great way to let your friends know you're having a great day. All I've got to do is turn it on. Green light comes on. See the green light? Hold OK down for 2 seconds. It blinks. Just like that, there's been an email sent to all my friends and family that I've got set up through Spot's system. There's a set of GPS numbers. If you click on those numbers, a map comes up. They can zoom right in and they'll know exactly where I'm at. If something bad were to have happened, I hit 911. Help is on the way. Spot, it's your life. Live to tell about it.
Yo, check.
There he goes, right there. There he is, that's him there. To me, what's cool is coming out here and you've got a challenge ahead of you. That challenge is figuring out the current, figuring out the wind, figuring out A, what these fish want to eat on a daily basis, because it always changes. Coming out here and getting the bite and catching the fish. He keeps stopping that reel. One thing you can guarantee, there's 3 things. 1, you're gonna die. 2, you're gonna pay taxes that or go to jail. And 3, Dolphin Electrials ain't no joke. They're bringing the heat. You turn it on and let the good times roll. That's good fish. Look at this, huh?
Mystic groupers. It's a 7-band grouper, deep water. Typically, you'll never find them under 1,000 feet of water. And you know what? The bigger they are, the harder they pull. They've got big fleshy lips. They're very much like a Nassau or a red grouper, almost the exact same body structure. They love big drop-offs, ledges, hard bottom, and deep water.
Nice job. Been a great trip.
It really has. Learned something new, having a great time. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be some fine eating.
Well, the people there at the restaurant at Bimini Bay Resort were nice enough. After they had cleaned up and basically closed down for the night, they let me come in and cook one of my favorite dishes, coconut crusted grouper fingers. You've got boneless, skinless grouper fingers. You bread it, put a little egg wash on it and roll it in coconut and pan fry it. Piece of cake. Now the chef, I gotta admit, was a little worried when I about burned down the kitchen, but we had some sauteed vegetables and that coconut crusted grouper fingers and a little coconut rum glaze. And we were able to sit around and talk about what a great trip we had had. That's sort of what Bimini is. It's a great time. Take a few friends over there, just enjoy yourself. Bimini Bay Resort and Marina. All your amenities. You've got beautiful pools, you've got great restaurants. There are houses that are completely done. They call them tree houses, but they're basically just a beautiful Caribbean style house. You've got condos that are gorgeous. If you're thinking about buying a house in the Bahamas, a little Caribbean getaway, Bimini Bay Resort, it's definitely worth looking at. And if you look at it hard enough, you're gonna wind up buying one because there's great fishing, there's great people, a lot of fun. No matter where I go, whether it's a trip to the Bahamas or just out offshore fishing, whenever I come back, I'm docking my boat at Castaways Marina in Jupiter, Florida. My first stop is always Castaways Marina in the Square Group, or this place rocks. I'm up here with my good friend Tom Jackson. This guy kills it. He's an up-and-coming country music singer. He's gonna sing you guys Southern Thing. Thanks for watching, and stick around.
As we're able, we'll put beans on the table, work a 12-hour shift to bring the bacon home. Doing a little wishing that we could be going fishing on. All of this working hasn't really put a hurting on the time we spend with the old coon dogs. Could be on the lake instead, my aching back is breaking up. That's just the way that things are. Around here, gators in the backyard. We drive rusty cars. We raise a little bit of hell, yeah. Around here, church is full on Sunday. We say, sir and ma'am. We serve justice with a shotgun. It's a Southern thing, y'all.